Nairobi is not referred to as the concrete jungle for no reason. It takes a lot of wit, resilience, and patience to make an honest living in the city. There are countless ways in which scammers obtain your personal information. And just when you think you figured it all out, they come up with new ways to attack you. Con artists have re-engineered their money scam tactics, leaving countless victims in their wake. Sadly, this has even led to death from shock in some instances. Recently, a senior police officer in Nairobi fell victim of a SIM swap scheme that ended up costing him 600,000 Kenya shillings. My name is the ethical hacker. I'm wakipenda mzimawells, your guy. The last video we did was last year, December. If my memory serves me right, last year, December, mid-December. It's about a flight. But we had done many videos concerning the how and stay woke, enlightening guys on how to stay woke from con artists and scammers. Guys have been away for 3 months, but after what happened recently, a story I received yesterday of someone washed. Kuna mtu alioshwa jana, nikasema, oh, I'm sorry. I should come back to this, to doing these videos, how to enlighten people from con artists and scammers. It's real out here. Guys, I'm back with a bang like never before, like we never left. And we are back in this new series, Stay Woke. Usioshwe hapa nje. Don't be washed. I'm your guy, the ethical hacker, and I'm back, maze. Let's do this. Today is about SIM swap. How does SIM swap happen? I'll tell the story of how this senior police officer was washed 600 G's, Kenya shillings, and I'll be giving you step-by-step details. All right? So here is a step-by-step list of how this senior police boss, someone arguably well protected enough, well equipped to protect himself from such kind of theft, but still lost his savings. So how did it all happen? On that particular evening, he kept receiving calls. At about 18:45 hours, 6:45 p.m., he decides to set his phone on flight mode so that he can stop receiving those incessant or endless calls. At 18:50 hours, he deactivated the airplane mode. His phone was unable to connect to the network. Went to his telco service provider the next morning, informed that his SIM card had failed, was faulty, not working, cannot reach anyone, can do nothing. He then replaced the SIM card and activated the line. He immediately started receiving M-Pesa message transactions. He attempted to send money, but found out that his account had exceeded the daily limit. Upon checking, about 600,000 Kenya shillings had been drained from his bank account app, sent to his M-Pesa account, then sent to another line. His line was also used to access Fuliza and a digital app loan. Investigations led the cops to the Donholm area, Doni. The money is said to have been withdrawn all the way in Bomet in 4 different transactions. So, how exactly does a SIM swap work? What other methods can be used to trick unsuspecting Kenyans to lose their money? This is what we look at in detail, starting with the aforementioned SIM swap. Safaricom describes SIM swap fraud as a scenario in which the con artists replace and take over a customer's line. It is categorized as a form of identity theft. Once fraudsters have your personal details, including your PIN, ID number, and date of birth, They are able to register an existing number in a SIM card in order to intercept notifications, one-time passwords, online banking profiles, and transactions, as well as changing the account security settings. To avoid this disastrous activity, it is key to ensure your SIM card has an active SIM lock, use strong passwords, and keep your personal information off social media. Off Facebook, off Twitter, off Instagram. This is an advice given by Safaricom, by the way. Now, let's break it down to the basics. What is a SIM? SIM. A SIM, or subscriber identity module, is a small chip that goes inside your phone
that you can swap out into another phone if needed.
It is important to note that SIM cards are unique and they can store data. Now, a SIM swap scam, also known as SIM jacking or SIM splitting, is a type of fraud in which a scammer or a person attempts to take over a victim's account by taking advantage of the two-step verification process that most platforms now require. When the second step for authentication is a text message or a phone call, the scammer obtains the SIM's phone number and attempts to fraudulently log into an online account, such as your bank. The scammers have to get enough information about a person beforehand, well in advance. This could be via malicious software or a phishing expedition. Phishing is PHIS, not phishing samaki, where a target is contacted by email, telephone, or text message by someone posing as a legitimate institution to lure individuals into providing sensitive data such as personally identifiable information, banking, and credit card details and passwords. The scammer will then use this information to call your phone service provider to convince them that they are you. They can then easily request for a SIM swap and thus gain access to everything available on your line. So how do you tell you are a victim of SIM swapping? For one, your device will immediately lose connection, preventing you from making cellular calls, sending text messages, or using data. Also, when a scammer tries to enter any of your accounts using a two-step verification process, certain platforms like Gmail will immediately notify you if it thinks someone
who wasn't supposed to
tries to access your account. So what should you do if you know that you are being SIM swapped? What are you supposed to do now? My brother, what are you supposed to do? If you notice that your SIM card is having problems, contact your mobile service provider right away. Don't waste any time. Contact them right away.
Hello, Mutinda here. I think my SIM card, someone is trying to do phishing in my SIM card.
You can also go a step further and change the two-factor authentication method on all your platforms. Okay, so now the question will be, how do we stay safe? How does one stay safe? Because these people are all over out here. They're trying to SIM swap us. They're trying to scam people. How do we stay safe? How?
Number
one can simply start by avoiding oversharing. Stop oversharing your information. Don't give unnecessary information to people, both online and in real life. Don't overshare.
Number 2.
Create multiple email accounts and use your most private email account.
The one that almost no one knows about. That one, almost that one.
To log into your most important accounts, such as bank accounts. Always be careful of the emails you get. Remember that one of the tricks scammers use is phishing. PHI, not samaking, phishing, samaking. Yes, or just call the company or visit them to make sure it is them. So this has just been a brief info on how to stay woke with these scammers who try to SIM swap you. In our next video, I'll be speaking about other forms, more forms of scams. For example, receiving old SMS messages. Someone forwards you an SMS message. And the other one, zile zingine za usitume kwa hii namba, tuma kwa ile nyingine. Hii iko na hustler fund. Yes. And others like online dating scams, such stuff. And what to do in case you almost fall a victim or if you fall a victim. Meanwhile, thanks for tuning in, guys. As I said earlier, we are back, manze, in this series. Stay woke. We out here kuchanua wadau, msikaribishwa town. Don't fall a victim, because we are here. I'm your guy, the ethical hacker. I'm ukipenda mzimawells. We'll be right here, manze. We are back to stay. We are here to stay. So share this video with friends, family, everyone. Mtu asikaribishwe asioshwe. Asanteni sana. Meanwhile, let's meet next time. Always keep safe and hustle hard. I'm your guy, mzimawells. Kiu, kiu, uje unywe maji, uje unywe maji, uje